Hallo und herzlich willkommen, da sind wir wieder bei Terminator Resistance, nicht bei Humanize. Und ich will jetzt hier, nicht den hacken hier. Dafür muss ich aber irgendwo nach ganz hinten wahrscheinlich. Wer hat mich denn jetzt gesehen? Irgendeiner hat mich gerade gesehen. Der da, anscheinend. Und dafür muss ich schneller runter. Nicht da runter. Schöne Überdachung. Weiß nicht, geht der jetzt einfach nur hin und her hier oder welcher ist das? Der war gerade grün. Wo ist denn der jetzt? Ach, der kommt hier raus. Oder? Ja. Müsste ich eigentlich hinter dem hergehen. Der geht ja dann nach rechts, nach links. Dann brauche ich da nicht zu hacken. Gespeichert ist. Verdammt, da war ich nicht lang genug, schnell genug. Oh nein. Hm. Mutti, ich wollte mal gucken. Komm mal Hallo sagen. Bin aber auch ein schneller Hecht hier. Warte mal. Ist jetzt wohl nicht das hier, oder?
Plasma storage destroyed.
Good to hear. Now proceed with your mission.
Sehr schön. Sehr schön. Also, die kann man nicht upgraden, ne? Doch, kann man wohl. Warte mal. Dann Feuerrate hier höchstens. Stabilität. Feuerrate 12. Gut. Nee, zurück, genau. Muss ich mal gucken, die 410, 475. Und ist die auf jeden Fall besser als die hier. Okay. Oh, oh. Nicht auf mich. Wie geht's meiner kleinen Kanone? Die ballert da durchs Fenster, das ist auch nicht schlecht. Die ist nicht mehr vorhanden. Ich würde ja gerne mal testen, ob ich den wegkriege. Der ist jetzt bei 32%. Ich habe auch gerade getroffen. Und zwar an den Dingern hier. Da dran. Oh oh, das ist jetzt schlecht. Okay, dann kann ich doch nicht anschließen. Da habe ich denn davon noch? Die Muni. Nichts mehr, ne? Komm, flieg weiter. Ich muss los. Begib dich zu den alten Docks. ...257, dann gehe ich da lang. Wenn er dann im Endeffekt fliegt. Ich schieße auch nicht mehr. Ist ein bisschen blöd, ne? Uh. Ich muss jetzt da lang. Hier sind gar keine mehr, ne? Kann das sein? Ich renne jetzt extra hier lang bei wegen dem Flugding. Da ist aber noch einer. Das hier baue ich wieder ab, damit ich ja wieder mitnehmen. Muss hier irgendwo lang. Ach, hier muss ich lang. Spiel gespeichert. Ist das jetzt wieder eine Falle oder sowas? Weil wenn er sich schon gefragt hat, warum die uns jetzt hierhin führt, ist das vielleicht immer noch korrumpiert. Vielleicht ist die ja sogar so eine Terminatorin, Infiltratorin oder wie auch immer heißt. Weil wir hatten erst einen Verdacht, dass das einer von den beiden Soldaten war. Aber die waren es ja nicht. Ich speichere hier nochmal. Und guck mal, ich könnte die noch zweimal herstellen, damit wir die haben für den Notfall. So. Dann, jetzt geht's los. Mal gucken, was kommt. Bin gespannt. Ich halte die Klappe.
You're still alive? Good. Apparently Skynet's got a real hard-on for you. So we figured why not use you as bait?
Aren't you afraid that Skynet will bring a lot of firepower if they know we're both here?
Afraid? No. Prepared for that eventuality? Yes. We've got eyes on the ambush site from every angle. If anyone shows up, it means they were listening.
What if it's one of our guys, or just a scavenger?
Too bad. We can't have anyone or anything sabotage our plan. Not this time.
This time?
We were very close once before. For years, we've been preparing for the final attack. But it took just one man to fuck everything up. That day, Perry, our previous field commander, died, and I inherited control of South Division. Since then, I've been making sure that no one fucks up again.
We've got movement.
Take position.
Das ist Jesse.
What do you have?
A hooded man's walking down the street. Might be a scavenger.
Rivers, you saw him. Is it the same model? Is it the infiltrator?
I can't tell.
We're waiting for your signal.
I think that might be it.
You think?
Sieht danach aus.
Good
Ne?
enough for me.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire! Target down! I repeat, target down!
Go check him!
Eyes on the target. Proceed with caution.
Is he dead?
Nein.
What the fuck? It's the target!
You can't get away. Fire at will.
He's in the open!
It's in the open.
Wo ist er denn?
It's a fucking machine.
Moment. Moment.
It's back against the wall!
We've got it now.
Oh, der ballert ja alles weg. Oh, du kannst hier durchschießen. Das ist echt geil.
What the fuck? Everyone on me. It's carrying a second generation plasma rifle. I want it.
Ich auch.
It won't fucking die!
Shoot!
Huch. Wo ist er? Ah.
It's on the move!
Take cover!
Open fire! That's one ugly son of a bitch.
Wenn er den da so trifft, dann geht er auch. Nur hier sehe ich nicht, ob der jetzt in der... Zur Hälfte haben wir den.
Not again! Follow it!
Ach, guck mal, hier waren die ganzen Bum-Bum-Dinger, die hätte ich ja noch zünden können.
It's inside!
Rivers!
Rivers!
Das war doch klar.
You can't let it get away, you hear?
Der hat auch nicht... Was? Ich sehe ihn halt nicht, ne? Das hier verbraucht wohl keine Munition, wie es aussieht. So ist gut. Will mich verarschen, ne? Ich will dich verstehen, aber. Oder auch nicht.
Commander,
Ha!
we
Ich
got
will
it.
die Waffe haben. Ich!
We finally got it.
Good job, Rivers. Stay there. We're on our way.
Yes, sir! Der Infiltrator ist endlich gefallen. Sein Hyperlegierungskampfchassis war viel widerstandsfähiger als zuvor. Unsere Waffen konnten nichts dagegen ausrichten. Ja, haben sie aber. Wenn wir es kaum mit einem von ihnen aufnehmen können, dann werden wir gegen eine ganze Armee keine Chance haben. Der wahre Grund dafür, weshalb der Infiltrator Skynets beste Waffe war, war jedoch seine Haut.
There was no doubt anymore. Skynet had created a cybernetic organism. It was designed to blur the line between a man and a machine. People started to think that there were Terminators amongst us, wolves in sheep's clothes. Some of us left, even though we hadn't seen any other infiltrators yet. Or at least, we didn't think we had. And that fear of not knowing was what turned the tide of this war. That night, Skynet won. I still have to run some tests, so for now I would say no.
We need some more time,
I
Connor.
know you don't want to hear this, Commander, but if there's one person who can help us, it's Dr. Mack.
Mac, we don't even know if he's alive.
He is. He's in the Hollywood Hills. We knew a time would come when we'd need him again, so we've kept an eye on him.
Wait. You've been watching him without telling me?
Let your emotions cloud your judgment before, Commander. That's why I decided that Mack's whereabouts were no longer
This is
your
bullshit.
concern.
He can't just magically fix all of our problems. He's a man, not a god. A man that makes
That's
mistakes.
enough, Commander.
You know what happened last time. He's the reason Perry's
I
dead.
said that's enough. Sergeant Rivers?
Yes, sir.
TechCom believes that being marked for termination is a badge of honor. A sign that we're doing something right. We wear it proudly. And knowing you're wearing such a badge, Rivers, is all I need to trust you with handling this mission. Commander Barron will fill you in on the details. Good luck, soldier. Over and out.
Looks like you're going to Hollywood Hills. Dr. Edwin Mack is the one who taught us how to use Skynet's weapons, so there's a chance he can do it again. Take him that second-generation plasma rifle and see if he's able to reprogram it. If we want to use Skynet's weapons, we need to bypass their encryption lockouts.
How will I find him?
He's obsessed with surveillance. So when you get there, look for any cameras, biometric sensors, or any other tech stuff. He should be around. That's it.
Jo, abgeschlossen. Nice. Der war ein bisschen durchlöchert, wa? Mann, Mann, Mann. Und du, Schnuckel?
What
Was
do you
ist deine
need?
Geschichte?
Was Mac the one whose drone you smashed?
Yes. Yes, it was. I've never told this to anyone, but before I met Mac and Perry, I was wandering alone. Didn't have a map, so I drew one myself. The first people I came across were two guys, old enough to remember Judgment Day. We camped out together. They gave me advice, we shared some stories. Sounds nice, right?
See, there are still good people out there.
They weren't good. Although, not cutting my throat in my sleep makes them more or less gentlemen. When I woke up, all my things were gone, including my map.
So,
There I was, lost in the desert. Thirst and hunger. I knew I was gonna die. I passed out with my face in the sand. But next thing, I was lying in a bed, bathed and wearing clean clothes.
You're lucky someone found you.
Someone did find me. Too bad it was Skynet.
oh,
Through the window, I saw thousands of Terminators. First, I thought it was a work camp, but it was something else. A Skynet research facility. They kept me alive, but I didn't know why. I thought I was the only human there. But after a while, someone came into my cell. A man. Well-dressed, clean-shaven. You want to take a guess who that was?
One of those guys who robbed you?
No. He was a traitor to his race. Bastard was selling every piece of knowledge the machines didn't have. In return, they gave him everything he wanted. When he was done stuffing his face with food, he had another request. He wanted a whore. It lasted months, until I got to wrap a towel around his neck and make his eyes pop.
krasse
You
Geschichte.
don't want to see people for what they really are. I've seen their true face. That traitor, those two guys in the desert, Mac, they all showed it to me. It's not pretty. The truth is, the only reason I fight for the Resistance is because I despise people just a little less than the machines.
Anything I should know about Dr. Mack before I leave?
Only that he can't be trusted and he's highly manipulative. So you need to stay cautious.
Na gut. Und schnappen wir uns mal das Gewehr. Da gibt's noch was.
Jacob, do you have a minute?
Ja.
Of course.
I've heard that you're going to Hollywood Hills. Well, with Baron yelling like that, the whole shelter heard. He wanted me to tell you if I needed anything, so here it is. When you get to Hollywood Hills, could you stop by my old house? It's near the Griffith Park tennis courts. I wonder if Peter went there and left something for me. I know he'd be stupid to go there, since now it's behind the Annihilation Line, but then again, he was always full of stupid ideas.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Immer gerne. Na, guck mal, das Hundi wieder. Oh, ach nee, das ist er gar nicht.
Look at him. He never talks to anyone. He just sits there.
I bet he's one of those machines.
Er hier? Ich habe einfach keine Lust mit euch zu reden.
Skynet doesn't have their plans in the south.
I don't think.
So, hier irgendwo war noch etwas zum Aufheben.
Yeah, but where to?
Oder auch nicht. Aber hier können wir nochmal nach einer Geschichte gucken und dann machen wir mal
Jacob.
Feierabend.
What's in your mind?
Ever since you asked me about Peter, I can't stop thinking about him. Like a teenage girl. That's your fault, young man.
Are you thinking about anything in particular?
About the day we first met. It was long before Judgment Day. I was getting coffee on my way to school. I noticed him because he was buying tea in a coffee shop. I don't know why, but that made me smile. Maybe it's stupid. Maybe I should stop thinking about him. He's probably dead by now. God knows he can't take care of himself.
Do you want to find him?
Sometimes I think I should drop everything and go. I would get an earful from Baron, but she's nothing I can't handle. Anyway, what I didn't tell you before is that during Judgment Day, I lost a child. Our child. I don't know if it would have happened anyway, but I like to blame the machines for that. I think that Peter felt with Taylor we were given a second chance. God, he's still out there waiting for me, isn't he? Probably sitting in his rocking chair back in our house in Hollywood Hills. Oh, where the hell are you, Peter?
Alter, in Hollywood Hills, ey, da haben die aber ordentlich Geld gehabt, wa? Nee, Radio schaltet nicht ein. Ach, guck mal, hier, Ine war auch noch mal zu, komm, zum guten
Jake.
Abschluss. Jake! Wie ist die Lage in der Zuflucht? Nee, ich mach das.
Earlier, you said that a new era started. What changed?
Well, for one thing, with Tucker dead, I became the new leader of the group. Something I never expected or wanted, for that matter.
Did everyone agree that you should be the new leader?
Not everyone. We had a huge fight about food, or where we should go next, and so on. Our group divided without Tucker to keep it together. I was terrified. I started to walk away like I was on autopilot. I don't know if I wanted to run away or to kill myself, but then something surreal happened. I found a metal door in the ground in the middle of nowhere. I was real unsure about what I might find under it, but what I did find was the aftermath of a massacre.
Weren't you scared to go inside?
I was terrified, believe you me. But then again, a lot of things didn't make sense to me at that moment. It looked like they decided to commit suicide. I couldn't understand it. To me, they had everything. Food, water. They even had a case of beer. So, I got shit-faced and started crying over my brother's death. But I realized something. I realized that I could maybe survive there.
Did you stay there by yourself?
No. I told everybody about the place. I felt I owed them. After that, we were all right. That night, I learned two things. Firstly, that it's okay to be scared. Secondly, that there are two sides to everybody. Ironically, me being a scaredy cat turned me into a good leader. And that's how I found that place, and that's what motivated me to help others. But Tucker, well, he was a leader from the start. But he had an ugly side, too. He killed those who opposed him. He was a real scumbag, but he was my brother. He made me want to be a good person for the both of us. A hangover wasn't a high price to pay for that lesson.
What's the situation like in the shelter?
Not that great. People are getting nervous. A lot have already left, and even more plan to leave. Even Mark and Laura saw him packing earlier.
And what about you?
Just the thought of running again's making me sick. Must be getting old. Plus, we got everything we could need right here. Where else would I go? Besides, I have faith that Baron would never let anything happen to this place. She's way too uptight about security.
Ja, das finde ich auch. Das finde ich auch. Wo sind die zwei Knalltüten? Oh, die waren wir schon drin, ne? Hier, da, sie packt. Da reden wir doch nochmal mit Jenny.
Jacob, I didn't see you there.
Where are you going?
I'm going out scavenging. Don't worry. I'm past thinking about running away. Knowing how much you'd miss me made me not want to leave.
Where's Patrick?
He's getting ready. I'm taking him with me. I figure it's time for him to see what's out there.
Is there something on your mind?
Actually, I have a secret to tell you. You've a fan. Patrick really looks up to you. It's good for him to have a role model. And I don't think he could have chosen better.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Are you kidding? It's the least I can do for helping us all this time. If you hadn't found us back in Pasadena, I don't know what would have happened. Well, actually I do. Exactly what the others said would happen. People were talking about the Annihilation Line months before it came. My father, of course, tried to turn it all into a joke.
Knowing your father, it couldn't have been a good joke.
No, it really wasn't. But I wanted to believe him. I think we all did. He tried very hard to keep everyone from worrying. Maybe a little too hard. You could feel the mood change at the house. The community my father tried to build started falling apart. Fewer and fewer people were coming by. And if they did, they weren't always friendly. We started to notice things going missing. Little things at first. People got nervous. And with time, it even got to my father.
What do you mean?
Well, for one thing, he stopped making jokes. It had never been as quiet at the house as it had been back then. After a while, my father changed the sign from welcome to beware. He put a lock on the door and started carrying a shotgun. I didn't even know he owned a gun. He always said he didn't believe in them. I wanted us to leave our house and run, but he didn't want to listen. Said it was the only place he could keep us safe. Thanks for letting me spill my guts like that.
Aber immer doch.
Is everything okay? You seem far away.
Nothing can get past you, can it? I've been thinking about the day we met. I never told you how we really ended up there.
You can tell me anything.
I know I can. That's why you're the first person I'm telling this to. That day, loud hammering woke me up. When I came downstairs, I saw my father nailing the window shut. Through the crack, I saw them coming. Hundreds of metal heads and their red eyes. Even though they're just empty shells, I could feel the hate radiating from them.
What did your father do?
He said that the machines wouldn't take him alive, and he kept hammering away. We argued for a minute or two, and I tried to pull him away from the window. He pushed me away. I tried it again, but he shoved me, and this time I fell. I didn't recognize him as he was reaching for his shotgun. He said, I shouldn't worry about the machines. They wouldn't hurt us. I don't even remember how. But the gun was already in my hands. I closed my eyes and went someplace else. Didn't even hear the shot. I didn't hear Patrick's steps either.
He saw you?
He did. He was staring at me like I was a stranger. He didn't scream or cry, he just stared. I threw the gun away, grabbed Patrick, and tried not to notice the hole in my father's unmoving chest. As we ran, I could hear them coming, so we found somewhere to hide. Then you came. I wanted to tell someone about all this, but I was afraid to.
You don't have to be afraid.
I'm not. Not anymore. We talk a lot about how heartless the machines are. And I started to think that maybe I was too. I probably would have convinced myself of that if it wasn't for you keeping me sane. Thank you for everything. I never thought I would find a friend in times like these.
Sehr schön. Den einzigen, den ich nicht vermissen würde, wäre der hier die ganze Zeit am Rumkeuchen ist hier. Aber das wäre der einzige, den ich hier nicht vermissen würde. Was? Ich würde gerne nochmal speichern. Wo ist denn hier nochmal der Speicherpunkt? Muss da irgendwo nochmal einen Speicherpunkt geben. Und dann würde ich sagen, sehen wir uns in der nächsten Folge. Ich suche hier in der Zwischenzeit mal den Speicherpunkt. Und dann, ja, sag ich mal, bis zur nächsten Folge. Bis dahin, euer Wobra. Tschüss.